Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today it's another subscriber replay, well, Squadmate replay sent in by RichieD. And today he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He has finally got the Warrior. Now, the Warrior is well, for a start, it's an infantry fighting vehicle designed by the British. Go us. I had to do that at some point. Do apologise. But this is an infantry fighting vehicle, and the Warrior is still in service to this day. Obviously, we have heavily modified the vehicle to keep it in service for as long as we can. Obviously, we do have other infantry fighting vehicles, and the Warrior has always been one of the well-known infantry fighting vehicles. I've seen one of these driving past where I was actually born, because my bus route takes me right past where I was born. And I saw one of these driving along, and it was amazing. I was only about, well, at the time, obviously, I was only about 13. I saw this thing, and I instantly recognized it, and I knew it was the Warrior. So what's so big and bad about the Warrior that RichieD wanted? Well, for a start, you get access to a 30mm L21 or L21A1 cannon. This cannon is more meant for infantry support, it's not really meant for anti-tank work. However, it does have APDS, which is about 110mm of pen. However, and obviously I'll just show the APDS here, the stock shells only penetrate 51. The reason why RichieD wanted to grind this thing? The Milan ATGM. Now, obviously, there is the Milan 2, but I'm going to go with the Milan 1, because it doesn't actually have Milan 2 yet. The Milan 1 is a 200 meters per second anti-tank guided missile with 580mm of pen, and trust me, I've had one of these things fired at me. It is freaking terrifying. The Milan 2, however, penetrates 730, and it can pretty much penetrate the upper frontal plate of any main battle tank that's currently in game. But obviously, the Warrior isn't exactly a tank, so it's not very well armoured. The aluminium alloy is about half as effective as what you would think, so even though it says 38, it is actually 19. Same for the 44, it's actually 22. There are parts of this vehicle that do have rolled homogeneous armor, which are just 25. But your armor isn't why you play this thing, it's for that ATGM launcher. RichieD does get 1 or 2 gun kills in this replay, which I was asking him how the gun is, and he likes the gun, but he prefers the ATGM, obviously. You get 8 of them, and obviously 8 smoke grenade launchers, which you get standard, I believe. Yes, you do, you get it standard. That's actually pretty handy. But RichieD absolutely adores this thing. He's been grinding it, spading it, and well, he tells me he's working on the Milan 2 as of right now. He's then going to work on the engine mods, which will be exciting to see because I want to see this thing at full whack. Anyway, instead of me going on about British bias, because this is a British vehicle which we still have in service as far as I'm aware, let's get into the replay, shall we? So how long has Richie spent grinding this? A long time. But he does pretty well in this battle, I'm not going to lie. However, he encounters an IS-7. Now, an IS-7 to most people make you shit yourself, and to be honest, I would probably shit myself if I saw an IS-7. But let's just say RichieD handles it lovely, but the IS-7's troll structural steel was just blocking his ATGMs. He eventually does get the kill, but you're going to see what I mean. So, let's get into the replay. And here is RichieD. Obviously, at this time, he doesn't actually have the APDS rounds. He now has them, as far as I'm aware. Now, the one thing to know about the Warrior is that you cannot fire on the move with the ATGM. You can fire on the move with a gun, that's perfectly fine. You cannot do it with the ATGM, you have to come to a full stop. Which I'd see as a bit of a downside. But to be fair, you would not really want to fire ATGMs on a move, as all the various bumps and things like that would impact your accuracy. So the speed of this thing isn't too bad. RichieD was saying it apparently sucked in reverse, but then we did a reverse race, and this thing actually backs up pretty quickly. It really does shift. But yeah, I think we used these in the Gulf War. Not entirely certain. But there have been obviously several vehicles lost. We still keep these around, but they're not as new as some of our other infantry fighting vehicles. But this was the first infantry fighting vehicle I could recognise. And well, RichieD's is going to have some very pants brown moments here. I'm not certain if this thing can get all broken. He said it doesn't. I think it can. Because when I hit him with a 76 with my M18, because it was drag racing, the shell did make the hull go orange, so I reckon if you hit the engine block, it should hull break the vehicle. But RichieD's using the mobility of this thing. He takes a smack in the side and loses track. And well, as it turns out, it was a BMP-2. And there you can see an IS-7. The IS-7 spots Richie, but RichieD, excuse me, nails the engine and sets it on fire. RichieD then goes for the cannon barrel. And there you can see the IS-7's taking a pounding from his missiles, but that IS-7 isn't going down yet. Now what I did find hilarious is that someone's actually brought in a 1953 M41M on the enemy team. That missile should have killed the tank, but it didn't for some reason. I have no idea why. The IS-7's still waiting to get the kill on RichieD after his cannon barrel repairs, but one more missile, job done. First kill. Only took 4 missiles, but the job is done. But this is only a 3-crew vehicle. Obviously you could have extra men stored in the back with ammunition as well, but this thing can handle itself in high tier. It definitely can. Obviously this ain't no heavy tank, so you're not going to be taking shots like you're an Abrams. Or more specifically, the Leopard 2A5. Next to T55 AM1. So that Wallet Warrior a lesson. Second kill for RichieD with his missile. RichieD smartly decides to drop smoke behind him just in case anything appears. And there you can hear BMP-2 if you was listening. And there's an M18 getting torn apart by it. Now one replay I forgot to save before I do my usual replay clear out. I forgot to save the one where I killed a Leopard 2A5 in a Locust. I know, that sounds hard to believe, but trust me, you can do it. Just get along the side of him, get below his gun depression, and you can kill him. Me and RichieD were partying like schoolgirls, let's just say. There's RichieD's first gun kill of this battle. I think he only gets 1. We may get 2, I can't quite remember. But yes, I am suffering with the dreaded man flu still. It's been alright so far. I mean, blow my nose a bit and it's fine. But yes, that's RichieD's 3rd kill. Now there is a French or a German helicopter up, and I'm surprised RichieD didn't gun for it personally. But to be fair, I don't blame him. There's a big light panzer. RichieD decides to fire a missile at him. Well, even if you didn't kill all the crewmate, that'd have been a hull break, so well done to you, but even so, 4th kill. And here you can see the reverse rate of the Warrior in action. It's actually pretty damn fast. Almost hit 20 miles an hour reverse. I mean it's certainly better than a Cromwell. And a Comet. But anyhow. But this is a nice vehicle. I think I might have to start grinding the Brits again, but the problem is that every time I drive the Brits, the teams suck. And then when I think, oh, I might go spade a German King Tiger, the German teams suck. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't. And plus, with the Tiger 2P, which I actually prefer over the Tiger 2H, for the moment at least, the problem is that the thing still faces IS-3s, and IS-3s are fucking terrifying. Let's just say that. Now, unfortunately, Richie does not save this Conqueror in time. He actually burns out. And there's the BMP who did it. The Chieftain managed to nail him before Richie could get there, but sadly the Conqueror is going to burn out, and there he goes. Shame really, but Conqueror in this battle really is quite outclassed. I mean, against the T10M, it'll give it a run for its money. It was kind of designed to do that. But against a BMP where its ATGMs can just punch right through the thickest armor on the Conqueror like it's nothing, yeah, you're not going to have a very good time. And it was quite clear that the Conqueror did not have FPE. But now Richie's starting to move up and get into a better position. Obviously, he hasn't had a kill for quite some time now. But don't worry, they're coming. There's the T-54. If he had the APDS rounds, he could punch through the side of that thing, but he doesn't. Fires a missile, straight through the side, 5th kill, there's your ace. Next in IS-3. The IS-3 does not somehow see a warrior, which is quite unbelievable. And well, there's RichieD's 6th kill. Blows the IS-3 apart in a single shot with the ATGM. But obviously now he's out of ATGMs. But RichieD tells me that the APDS rounds are so handy to have. Because if he did have APDS, he could punch straight through the side of that T-54 like it's nothing. And I'm sure RichieD would not have wasted a missile. But gets the job done, I guess. We've got far to go, and RichieD has obviously got to stop off for more missiles. He's also going to refill his smoke whilst he's at it. I can't remember how many missiles he puts back in the tank. Obviously, his smoke grenades are not refilled. He's now got 2 missiles on board. 3, and he's taking... No, you're going for 4, mate? You see, I can't remember this bit, because obviously I've been plagued by the bloody man flu. He's taken 4 missiles. Wise choice. There's not many enemies left anyway, but there's not many left on Richie's team, which is nothing new. I think his last kill's on a pattern, if I remember rightly. But the first, well, obviously the replay that Richie sent to me with the Vickers MBT, he was only about 50 or so K away from this thing. And he's been playing this thing non-stop, and you will not shut the fuck up about it. Not taking digs at you there, Richie, but I know you love this thing, and I think even South Africa, which is where Richie is from, I think they do have a couple of these things lying around, but Richie's already wanted to see the Roycat in-game. If you have no idea what a Roycat is, I will leave a link in the description below. It is actually a pretty interesting vehicle. It looks very nice, actually. Let's see, for a pattern or the ZSU? I can't remember what Richie did get. Oh, there's the pattern. The pattern decides to go full American, but not a wise idea. And there's Richie's 7th and final kill for the game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings the match to a close. So well done to you, Richie. Taking your brand new toy, which you have been fantasizing about for the last couple of days. He has now been playing this thing non-stop, and he absolutely adores it. And it's actually a vehicle that Richie does bloody well in. Dun dun dun. I'm only taking the piss, obviously. Richie is obviously now in a squad, which I don't actually know what his squad is named. Let's take a quick look. Search, Find, Destroy. I've never heard of them, but even so. Richie, you're more than welcome to join my squadron once we hit 100 subs, which at the time of this recording, we are... 1 second, we are at 86. Doing pretty well so far. 14 to go, ladies and gentlemen, and we will obviously have a Discord server and a squadron. Obviously, the squadron will be funded out of my own cash. I don't mind doing it for you guys. I'm thinking of names for the squadron. I was thinking J2K. So capital J 2 as in the number 2 and then K. So it represents Joseph 2000. Or maybe see if we can get J2000 fitted in. Because I mean we've got Xandif and they've got 5 letters. So I'm thinking J2000. Let me know what you think, guys, because obviously I want to hear feedback, and obviously if it's, I could maybe do a poll at some point once we hit 100 subs. But we've just got to see what we can do, eh? So put your suggestions in for names of the squadron below, and well, let's see what happens, eh? If you've got any replays that you want to send to me, as I always say, do leave them in a description, or do send them to the email address in the description, or if you have me on Discord, which will be also in the description, you can send me your replays there. But obviously, I do appreciate if you send me a bit of description. RichieD just literally sent this in, as he usually does, half-assed, and he just told me nothing. He just said it was for the warrior. But hey ho. Well, Jane Prawn 3 does the same, but sometimes he does send it to the email address with a good amount of description. Do appreciate a bit of a description, people, because, well, I've got to know what the replay is about a bit before going in blind. I'm thinking of doing what the digital time traveler does actually, and doing some blind replays. So you'll send me a replay. I won't watch it till I record it, and then we'll see what happens. I'll think about it, like I say, but we'll have to see. Anyway, I'm gonna go get rid of the rest of this man flu, and hopefully it bugs off. I mean, I'm just gonna blow my nose after this recording because you do not want to hear me when I blow my nose. And well, I'll catch you all on the next one, and I hope to see some of your replays and squadron name suggestions below. Thank you for watching.